America's largest presidential primary field has been narrowed down to 3, but only 2 will spar on the stage during this month's Democratic debate. The 2 male candidates, both in their 70s. The third candidate, a 37-year-old woman, hasn't qualified for a debate in 2020. But as Reggie Cicchini explains, that hasn't stopped Tulsi Gabbard from pulling the punches.
Aloha!
She may not have the name recognition of her competitors, but Tulsi Gabbard, a Democratic presidential hopeful, has stamina and apparently staying power.
So I ask you to join me.
Gabbard, a Hawaii representative, entered the Democratic race on January 11th, 2019. And in that time, she's managed to find herself both out of and right in the spotlight.
We've been dealing with basic total blackout throughout this entire campaign.
The Iraq War veteran, with only 2 pledged delegates, has failed in all primary contests so far and barely qualified for early debates.
That as much as they have tried to erase us from this election, we stand strong.
The biggest and most powerful Al-Qaeda enclave in the world today is in Idlib, Syria. Brett McGurk, the former U.S. Special Envoy for the war against ISIS, who served under both the Obama and Trump administrations, described Idlib province is the largest Al-Qaeda safe haven since 9/11. Yet our corporate media refers to these Al-Qaeda terrorists as rebels and wants to protect them. So here's a simple question to President Trump and to all the Democratic candidates running for president. Do you want to protect this Al-Qaeda stronghold in Idlib, Syria, or defeat them? Voters have a right to know.
Now I have such warm feelings towards Tulsi just because of that. But then she turns out to be such a kick-ass person on top of it. It makes it real easy. Like, for instance, what is she doing right now when the rest of the intelligence community and the establishment news are pushing another Russia hoax to undermine Bernie Sanders' campaign, and even Bernie is propping it up? She's not fucking doing that. Look at what she did. Tulsi Gabbard, presidential candidates must stop condemn election interference by U.S. intelligence agencies. That's what they got to do. That's who's messing with our elections.
I love her.
What balls does that take? God fucking bless her. She's in the military and she's saying it anyway, and it's fucking true. That's what's great about it. So here's just, she wrote an article and it got released at The Hill, and a couple other places released it. And I'll give you just a little bit of it. Every paragraph was rich and full of great ideas. I'll just share 3 with you right now. She says, a news article published last week in the Washington Post, which set off yet another manufactured media firestorm, alleges that the goal of Russia is to trick people into criticizing establishment Democrats. We are told the aim of Russia is to sow division, but the aim of corporate media and self-serving politicians pushing this narrative is clearly to sow division of their own by generating baseless suspicion against the Sanders campaign. Boy, yeah, a little... And I don't know how you feel about Tulsi Gabbard, but that's pretty much... That's kind of exactly what Elizabeth Warren has been saying, too, about Bernie, right? And then she says, this is a laughably obvious ploy to stifle legitimate criticism and cast aspersion on Americans who are rightly skeptical of the powerful forces exerting control over the primary election process. Yes. And she's the only one who's got the balls to say that. God bless fucking Tulsi. So when you see this from the guy from the New York Times, what to expect when you are expecting Putin to show up for your presidential election on both sides. Jesus Christ. It's easy to distract people from being a domestic... Can you fucking believe this? Like, if The Onion put this out, you would be like, that's pretty good work, Onion. Good work.